Shalom, Israel. I'm going to go into the explanation of the Sabbath class where I explain the Leviathan, exactly what it was, so people can actually know clearly what it was. Because I did ask the question at the beginning of the lesson, but I didn't say this is exactly what it is. Well, the way I wanted, the way it needed to be expressed. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Clear it up. Let's go to Mark chapter 14, verse 3, and just kind of go into it. And being in Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, as he sat at meat, there came a woman having an alabaster box of ointment with spikenard, very precious, and she brake the box and poured it on his head. And there were some that had indignation within themselves and said, why was this waste of the ointment made? For it might have been sold for more than 300 pence and had been given to the poor. And they murmured against her. And Jesus said, let her alone. Why trouble ye her? She hath wrought a good work on me. For ye have the poor with you always, and whensoever you will, you may do them good. But me you have not always. She hath done what she could. She is come aforehand to anoint my body to the burying. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached throughout the whole world, this also that she have done shall be spoken of for memorial of her. So whenever we preach the true gospel to the 12 tribes of Israel, the scattered blacks, or those that are the slave descendants, those that have went through hell, that have been punished by God for breaking his commandments. And before we preach this gospel, we must remember to pay homage to the sister to put the ointment on the body of Jesus Christ. This gospel that tells us that we must keep God's laws, statutes, commandments in totality. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it. Let's go to Hosea chapter 12, verse 10. Hosea chapter 12, verse 10. I'm going to go ahead and get this. And again, I'm going to just now give a brief description of Leviathan. It's going to be really quick. I don't want to be on here too long. By the way, hey, Katrina, I see you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Sister Lava Lion. Shalom, shalom. Good afternoon, sis. And how you doing, Chantel? Grace and peace be with you. Grace and peace. I pray y'all had a good, happy Monday. First day of the week. All right. Well, not for second day of the week according to scripture, but yeah. Hey, I'll praise the Most High. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So let's go. Hosea chapter 12, verse 10. I have also spoken by the prophets and have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. So he says he used similitudes. I'm gonna go ahead and let's get the definition of similitudes. All right, let's go ahead and get the meaning of similitude. I'm gonna go ahead and show everyone the screen so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So God used similitudes to describe things, because we know that, of course, like I said, the Leviathan, we shown that what he was, right? And I'm gonna do a brief explanation real quick. Similitude, the quality or state of being similar to something, which, similar to, so it means resemblance, similarity, likeness, sameness. Let's get the archaic definition. Archaic is, back, which Old English is old, archaic, same thing. A comparison between two things. Understand, a comparison. All right. Another one, archaic. A person or thing resembling someone or something else. So it's a comparison or resemblance of something. So we understand that when we go into the Leviathan, we know that it's that beast, that last beast. We went through Job 41 and explained that it was a comparison of something. So what was it comparing? Let's go ahead and get the word Leviathan. Let's get Isaiah 27:1 really quick. And I pulled this in the scripture. So let's go. Isaiah chapter 27, verse 1. In that day, the Lord with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. So he says he's going to slay the dragon. Now, we read the word dragon, and a lot of us are going to think about the dragon. But again, understand, God uses similitudes, and I'm going to show exactly what I mean. Let's go to Revelation 13:1. Revelation chapter 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea. Stand on the sand of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. So we understand this was that dragon. Okay. So this is the beast. Matter of fact, I'm going to read verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as if were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. Verse 4. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? So the dragon had all these heads, all these horns. Revelation 12 goes into the same. In fact, let me read Revelation 12:1. Not 12:1. Revelation 12:3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven. Another one in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his heads. So this is the Leviathan is the dragon. All right, he's the dragon in the sea. Let's read Psalm 74:14. Psalm chapter 74, verse 14. Thou breakest the heads of Leviathan in pieces, and gavest him to be meat to the people inhabiting the wilderness. So then today, Leviathan is a representation of something. The Leviathan is a representation of the 4th beast. All right, there were 4 great beasts, and I read this, and I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, I'm gonna just make this really brief. In Daniel chapter 7, verse 3. And 4 great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. Hey, by the way, I see you, Sister Tamaya. Grace and peace. Good afternoon, sis. Shalom, shalom. Verse 4. The first was like a lion. It had eagle's wings, and I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made a stand upon the feet as man, and the man's heart was given unto it. So again, the first beast was a lion with eagle's wings. That was Babylon. Babylon, which was the Cushites, what you would call the sons of Cush, but before Cush was Ham, so Hamitic people. All right, let's go down to verse 5. And behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it, and they said thus unto it, arise and devour much flesh. So this second beast was a Persian Mede captivity. So it was the Medo-Persian Empire. Each beast represents an empire, so it doesn't have to be it's a particular people that run the empire, but it's an empire. So the Persians and the Medes were a combination that made up a compilation of that beast. Okay, so them together made that great beast. So Babylon was comprised of ancient my fault. The lion with the eagle's wings was a representation of the kingdom of Babylon. The next kingdom take over Persian Medo captivity. It was Xerxes and Darius the Mede, and you'll find that through Daniel. Then the third kingdom was this. Watch this. Verse 6, Daniel 7:6. And after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of its 4 wings of a fowl. And the beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. It had 4 wings. It had wings. It was a leopard. It took over really quick. All right, and it had 4 wings, so 4 directions. All right. Verse 7. And after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. So this is after the Grecian Empire. Then came the 4th beast, the Roman Empire. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all beasts that were before it. And it had 10 horns. The Leviathan, 10 horns. The great red dragon, 10 horns. So it's talking about the same beast. So this beast we're talking about is the Leviathan. This beast was an empire. The Roman Empire was strong. And then if you go into Revelation 13, which you read, the deadly wound was healed. Roman Empire was wounded to death, but they resurrected. They came back, and then they destroyed, and they are in power at this moment. So whenever we're talking about the Leviathan, it is the last beast or the last kingdom that's going to be destroyed. It's going to be wiped out, and Christ is going to take it over. All right, so that is the final beast. So whenever you read about the Leviathan is a representation of the Roman Empire, or the people ruling now. The Roman Empire now is comprised of more than just one nation. Edom is ruling the Roman Empire, but everyone that's beneath them, of course, is part of that beast. So the beast is comprised of many nations, and many nations are going to fight against that beast. But the Roman Empire, Esau, the Edomites, they are the head of that Leviathan. So so at the end of the day, each kingdom is part of it. So the first beast was Babylon, second beast, the Persian Mede captivity, third Medo-Persian Empire, third beast, the Greek Empire, the 4th beast, the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was wounded. The beast returned, which I spoke before in Revelation 20, the beast that returned after 1,000 years. That beast returned, threw down the Israelites, and then that was what happened. Okay, so if any questions, anybody not understanding anything or whatever you missing, let me know now before I log off. I want to make sure the Leviathan is this kingdom. The Leviathan is not an actual sea dragon, sea monster. It is a similitude or a comparison. It's not an actual sea monster. It's not a giant dinosaur. It is not that at all. It is a representation of something. That's why it says they're going to be meat for the people in the wilderness. people are not going to actually come out and eat, are not going to eat a big old dragon sea monster. No, no, not at all. We're not going to eat that. It would be unlawful anyway. So we're not going to eat it. We're going to eat that. So anybody got any questions, please let me know ASAP. But the Leviathan is the Roman Empire, which is the head of that empire, obviously, are the Edomites, the people in power right now. That beast that is unstoppable, nearly unbeatable, that only God can throw down, is this empire. So that is the Leviathan. If you don't understand it, let me know, and let me know why. Please put your questions on. Let me go ahead and shout out a few more. I see you, Sister Yalia. Grace and peace. Shalom, shalom. Good afternoon. Hey, what's going on with you, Sister Nautica? Shalom. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. All right. Chantel says she got it. All right, cool. Hey, everybody else is on. Everybody else is on. If you understand the Leviathan, who the Leviathan is or what the Leviathan is, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't understand, put a 2 in the chat and say why you don't. Okay. All right. So other than that, hey, Israel, hopefully y'all understand it. It's I'm ready to bring out another lesson later. I did want to go through this because some people said they weren't clear on the explanation, and like I said, that's my fault. I want to make sure now y'all understand. Hey, the Leviathan is that. It is not a dragon monster, not a sea monster. It is actually a kingdom. It represents an empire. That's what it is. Is that so you saying no, I don't understand it, or no, you don't have any questions? One or two. Okay, one. All right, one. I was just about to say put a 1 or 2 in the chat. Yeah, unless you already was typing that. But all right, well, we got one. We had 2 people to understand, and the rest of the 5 that's in here ain't respond. But that's cool. Anyway. All right. Well, yeah. That's all praises. You know what you gotta do. Finish the last lesson. Yes, finish the last lesson, then come through. So anyways. All praise the Most High. Oh, yes. And everybody didn't see the lesson. Yes, please go to the lesson and we'll get to it. I'll probably see if I can put the little square box thing that's on the YouTube that says see this video. So I don't know where it is, but I'm watch this video to get it, or watch this video. I don't know where it's going to be, but it's going to be somewhere. I'm just pointing at random spots, but watch the video in that spot. All right. So anyways, hey, hopefully I got it. I mean, the ones that got it, all praise to the Most High. If not, like I said, it's deep understanding, so I don't expect everybody to catch everything deep. Other than that, we'll see. I'll probably do a lesson then, hopefully probably the next hour or so. We'll see. Other than that, Israel, hey, grace and peace be to 12. I love y'all. Shalom, shalom. Oh, wait, let me get this. I forgot. Let's close out. Romans chapter 16, verse 27. To God only wise be glory through Jesus Christ forever. Amen. So all praises to the Most High God and all the glories to him.